is now a free man. He has been released on compassionate grounds from Scottish custody. He is now heading back to the Libyan capital Tripoli, and a welcome from Colonel Muammar Gaddafi.
I saw there, James, a small crowd of people shouting as that left.
Yes, people shouting abuse. Quite a lot of locals have gathered. Everyone is now moving down the street, following the convoy.
Addition to the Scottish Government, although officials here say they don't expect there to be many of them given the state of his health. It is thought, remember, that he has now less than 3 months to live. So for his remaining time, there will be a social worker, a criminal justice social worker here in Scotland monitoring his case. Although the big question is, if he defaulted on any of these conditions, what would happen next? I can't see him being recalled to prison in Scotland, can you?
No, and it's interesting, isn't it, that the Scottish authorities should have any sort of say over his travel movements in Libya itself. Glenn, just stay with us, because as we stay with these live pictures here, we've seen a collection of men just walk down the stairs there to that flight, just talking to officials on the ground with that convoy, I think, just a moment or two away. Abdelbaset Ali Al Megrahi, as you say, expected to be in the air, we think, within the next hour. And Glenn, just picking up on what Kenny MacAskill had to say today, he said that Mr Megrahi had been informed of this decision at 1 o'clock. But of course, this jet would have had to have been in the air many hours before to have arrived in time to pick him up so quickly. So it would seem that the Libyan authorities were given advance warning, and there was some suggestion also that the flight was prepared to land, or due to land yesterday, thinking a decision would have been taken then. What more can you explain about that?
Well, clearly there have been discussions, negotiations over a protracted period of time, and I'm quite clear that preparations for this release have been being made for certainly for days, if not for a matter of weeks. It may be that the Libyan authorities were anticipating the release.
Glenn, I'm just interrupting you, actually. We're staying with these pictures, I'm sorry, but we do have pictures now of a man who we do believe to be Abdelbaset Ali Al Megrahi, now making his way up the stairs unaided with a walking stick, his face obscured by that jacket and wearing a cap, as you can see, but walking unaided up those stairs to that Africa flight, which will take him back to Libya. The only man convicted of the Lockerbie bombing, the 57-year-old dying of prostate cancer, now on board that flight, which will take him back to Libya. And watching those pictures with us in the studio, James Robin.